Well, I was going through my weekly ritual of listening to Mr. Tambourine Man to get ready for my Dylan videos, because I do that every Tuesday. It's a weird ritual, but hey, it is what it is. And I was thinking, man, I kind of want to do some stuff from this period of his career that we haven't touched yet. So we are going back to the album, The Times They Are A-Changin'. And yes, they are, aren't they? Hi, guys. Welcome to Lee Reacts. Hope everyone's having a good day. Yeah, I'm trying my best, as always. And yes, we are back with Bob Dylan for our Dylan Tuesday video of the week. We're doing 2 tracks from The Times They Are Changing. I think it's And God Is On Our Side. Well, With God On Our Side. And then Boots of Spanish Leather. And yes, I did pick those randomly. I didn't know if you guys wanted me to like start the full album, so I didn't want to like come out swinging with a whole album side. So let me know in the comments if you think I should, take a big swing and do the rest of it in one sitting or something like that. Let me know what you think. I'm always open to your comments. I'll link my Bob Dylan playlist above my head. Please do not forget to leave a like and a comment, because it really, really helps. All right. With God on Our Side, Bob Dylan in 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, my name, it ain't nothing. My age, it means less. The country I come from is called the Midwest. I was taught and brought up there, the laws to abide, and that the land that I live in has God on its side. Oh, the history books tell it, they tell it so well. The cavalry's charged, the Indians fell. The cavalry's charged, the Indians died.
Yes, they did.
Oh, the country was young, with God on its side.
Manifest destiny. What a weird world we live in.
The Spanish American War had its day, and the Civil War too was soon laid away, and the names of the heroes I was made to memorize, with guns in their hands and God on their side.
And if you really think about it, why are we taught about that? Like, why are they worshipped? You know what I mean? It's interesting.
The First World War, boys, it came and it went. The reason for fighting I never did get, but I learned to accept it with pride. For you don't count the dead when God's on your side.
Wow. He's really speaking out on some shit right here.
The Second World War,
Grandpa.
came to an end.
And then an even more deadly
We
force.
forgave the Germans,
Operation Paperclip.
and then we were friends.
Okay, that works too.
Though they murdered 6 million in the ovens they fried.
Oh, God.
The Germans now too have God on their side. I've learned to hate the Russians all through my whole life.
They're doing it again now, to be honest.
If another war comes, it's them we must fight.
Jesus, Bob.
To hate them and fear them, to run and to hide.
I wasn't expecting to have this kind of video tonight.
And accept it all bravely with God on my side.
The things that have been done in the name of God, it's crazy. Yeah.
But now we
Jeez.
got weapons of chemical dust.
Scary.
If fire them were forced to, then fire them we must. One push of the button,
All goes kaput.
and it shot the world wide. And you never ask questions when God's on your side. Through many dark hours, I've been thinking about this.
How young was he?
That Jesus Christ was betrayed by a kiss. But I can't think for you. You'll have to decide
No way.
whether Judas Iscariot had God on his side. So now as I'm leaving, I'm weary as hell. The confusion I'm feeling ain't no tongue can tell. The words fill my head and I fall to the floor. That if God's on our side, He'll stop the next war.
So many things. So many damn things. He's the master at writing anti-war stuff, and he makes you feel so
I'm
bad.
sailing away,
So bad for
my own true love.
it. Boots of Spanish leather.
I'm sailing away in the morning. Here's something I can send you from across the sea.
This man is a myth.
From
Like,
the
come
place
on.
that I'll be landing. No, there's nothing you can send me, my own true love. There's nothing I'm wishing to be owning, just to carry yourself back to me unspoiled. From across that lonesome ocean. Ah, but I just thought you might want something fine, made of silver or of golden, either from the mountains of Madrid or from the coast of Barcelona. But if I had the stars of the darkest night, and the diamonds from the deepest ocean, I'd forsake them all for your sweet kiss. For that's all I'm wishing to be owning. And I might be gone a long old time, and it's only that I'm asking. Here's something I can send you to remember me by, to make your time more easy passing.
There's like not much I can say.
Oh, how can you ask me again?
He gives the voice to the voiceless.
It only brings me sorrow. The same thing I would want today, I will want again tomorrow. Oh, I got a letter on a lonesome day. It was from her ship, a sailing, saying I don't know when I'll be coming back again.
His voice has never sounded better than it does right here.
It depends on how I'm feeling. If you, my love, must think that way, I'm sure your mind is a roaming. I'm sure your thoughts are not with me, but with the country to where you're going. So take heed of the western winds. Take heed of the stormy weather. And yes, there's something you can send back to me. Spanish boots are Spanish leather.
Well, both of those kind of really messed me up, I'm not gonna lie. And that was probably just a song written like just about, I don't even know, like a friend going somewhere, you know, but that was some of the most beautiful guitar I've ever heard from Bob. And I've listened to tons of albums, I've heard him play guitar on a million different things, it feels like now, and that was special, you know what I mean? Like that, there's something so special about this early Bob Dylan stuff, like Freewheelin', this album, like, I don't know, like I love the electric stuff, like he does that absolutely incredibly, but there's something so timeless and something so special about this early acoustic stuff. And if you ask him about it now, he doesn't even know how he wrote this stuff. Like that's what blows my mind. It's like the whole going to the moon technology that we don't have now, apparently. Like, and it's like, what do you mean? We did it once, why can't we do it again? You know. But you could say that about a lot of things. You know, sometimes it just takes effort and time and the right moment. You know, who knows what caused Bob to write such beautiful, elegant poetry and then set it to just some of the most stirring instrumental I think I've ever heard, and just in its simplicity. But there's such beauty in the simplicity of what he plays. It's either just guitar in his voice or guitar harmonica in his voice, and it completely does it. It does it so well. So I'll talk about the first song. So I was not expecting that song to go that way, and it's so funny because, you know, like I said, I spent time with my grandpa today and he's not doing well, and he served in World War II. He served in Korea as well. My great grandpa, his father, served in World War One. My father served in Vietnam. You know, kind of goes back even further, but it doesn't really matter. At the same time, I wasn't expecting such a great anti-war anthem to come out of that title. You know what I mean? Like, I read that title and I thought it was going to be like a religious, you know, sort of, but it was, like, in a way it was, you know, but it does pair that anti-war protest side of him with the not even anti-religious, I'd say. It's more of just pointing out things. It's not pointing fingers per se, but it's just bringing things up. You know, that all this stuff in history that's happened because of the name just God. Just those 3 letters. You know what I mean? If you really think about it, so much bloodshed, turmoil, sadness, chaos, and destruction has ensued because of those 3 letters. Be it, or even other ways. Like, you could spell it with 5. You could spell it with 6. Like, there's different names for different gods, you know. And if anything, if that's all true, it's probably multiple gods, you know. Like, that's what they used to believe in, and I feel like we've digressed in a way, and I feel like our ancestors probably had a better grasp on things, on certain things at least, than we do, because we're consumed with like cat videos and shit nowadays. Like, imagine our ancestors, like, imagine bringing someone from like the 19th century or 18th century in today just to show them your daily life. It would be completely foreign to them. And like, what are you doing? Like, you're just sitting there. You know, I'm not saying that's what everybody does, but you know, like, it's just crazy to me. But I don't know, man. Bob, he really struck a chord with that one with me, because I've always, he literally just vocalized a feeling I've had my entire life just for me, you know, that that's a slippery slope with the whole God thing. And it's an even more slippery slope with me talking about it. So, because there's all kinds of current day situation stuff that it could be implied upon, and you guys know I don't try to put any positions out there, whatever, you know. But at the same time, like, everyone has their own idea of what God is, even though they're told what to believe half the time. If you're in religion, you know, you got the Bible, you got the Torah, you got the Quran, all that stuff. It's all based off of Jewish text, all that stuff, you know. And somehow, till the 2,000 years later, they're still justifying things from that. I don't know. It's like I said, it's a slippery subject. Like, I don't even know what to say after that. But I'm just doing what Bob did. He's pointing things out. All this stuff, this war and carnage and all that was backed up with God's name, basically. And if God was real, I think that's the last thing he would want. But at the same time, we don't know God, if he is real, you know. Maybe he does want that. Maybe that has to happen. Maybe all that darkness has to exist and it has to fester for the light to spring up and to become stronger and to destroy it, you know? Or it's not even light and dark, and there's other levels to it where it's all the same thing, you know? Like, there's just multiple layers to everything, and Bob is like 5-dimensional with his lyrics. Not only was that a critique on war and religion, war and religion put together, and just our, I don't know, understanding of history at the same time, because he was saying, this is stuff that I was taught. It's not that it actually was what happened at points. This is stuff that I was taught, and it's interesting, you know, especially from someone out in the Midwest in the 50s and 60s being raised. I bet it was God, God, God. And I was raised in the church. I still do, in a way, believe. I'd say more than anything, the closest thing to my description would be agnostic. That is not what I am, though, but that's the closest thing you can put it towards, I guess. So I get it, though, because no matter what, humans are going to fuck it up. It doesn't matter what God does. It matters what we do with what that is, and we always fuck it up. We corrupt it. We are flawed, and nothing's ever going to change that, unfortunately. And it's got to learn to live with it, you know, and be the best person you can be. And yeah, that was a fantastic showstopper, just randomly picked. Bob's amazing, bro. And then you get to the second song, and yeah, that was some of the most beautiful acoustic work I've ever heard from him, paired with some of his best vocal work as well. And that shit brought me to tears, man. And that could have been a shopping list for all I fucking know, man. Like, he literally could just put that to music and I would probably get emotional over that, bro. It was more just the guitar chords and just the stuff that all the memories it brought up, and, you know, just my grandfather and stuff. I did not expect this video to be a grandpa video, to be honest, but that's kind of where my head went, but that's just where I'm at in my life right now, so that's why. And I don't know, man, like, it's just beautiful to listen to Bob break down these walls, because especially in like 64, 63, 65, when this stuff was being listened to, and you know, the counterculture was growing and all that, he was at the thrust of the spear, man. Like, he really was. And I see why. Like, he's an artist. He's an artisan, like, of wordsmith, whatever you want to call it, man. Like, he one of the best lyricists, poet I've ever come across. And I look forward to hearing more from this album. So if you think we should do more, let me know. I can do the rest of the album, but I want to make sure I have enough engagement and support from the people that watch. If not, I don't want to waste my time on it, even though I could. That means I'll just go listen to it on my own time, basically. But if you guys do want to watch that, then I'd love to do that. And I think that was one of Bob's best, the first song and the second song, one of his best critiques yet, because it was not condescending. It wasn't mean-spirited. It was more of like talking to a friend and pointing out their flaws. It's almost like, hey, this is this, and that, bro. You know, I love you, but that's kind of what it felt like, because it wasn't like a scathing rebuke. It was more of a I don't know, a friendly worded email, but it's firing you. That's basically what it was, you know. And only Bob. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you have a good day. See you later.